Actually, when we started talking about HBO, Gerry Levin used to be the guy that came around. He was peddling HBO for Time Warner at that time.
Right.
This is way before he became the Gerry Levin, you know. So anyway, we had a good, and a conversation started, and I don't know where in the world it started, that they would like to, you know, become a partner with us. They come in and buy, who knows what, 20% of the company or something like that. And we were sort of intrigued. You know, we'd still own the company. We'd have access to perhaps more funding through Time Warner if they were a partner. And then the realization came up, well, we really didn't need it for money. We had all the lines of credit we needed. We were raising junk bonds and all that other stuff. We had good lines of credit, so we didn't need them for that. But wouldn't it be nice if, because everything we used to make, anything, Scott, went back into the business. If we had a good year, back into the business. I did not take any meaningful money out of that company for 40 years. So, and that, I think, if anything, helped us to stay focused and to grow was the fact that I was fully committed. And it also helped us out when we went to the banks. We had to give the financial statement. And they saw how much I was, even though I owned the company, I was taking out very, very little. I took out what I needed for my lifestyle, which was not tremendous at that point.
Right.
But the idea of being able to have, you know, a big chunk of money at that time, I don't know how much it would have been. I could just walk out of there with who knows what, $50 million, $100 million by selling a piece. At the end of the day, it developed in the deal would be much more lucrative for us if they could buy the whole thing. And they really got to know and like our company. So we finally got together, and I suppose at that point it was probably a culmination. Let's see, how old was I at that time? So you're talking about, we did it in 1990. We closed in 1996. We were talking seriously in 1994. So 94, well, 4. So you're talking about like 15, 16 years ago, whatever the world it is.
Right.
And so I was approaching, I think I was 64 or 65 years old, something like that. And I said, you know, this could be a good time to get off the horse, you know. And try to do some other things. So that's how the development was. It was over a couple of years, but the deal that we finally wound up doing, it was an interesting deal. But basically, what it was mostly a stock deal. It was more than it was almost 90% of the deal was in stock. And then they had created a special dividend-paying stock for us. So while we had the stock, we would have the growth of the stock and then have the dividends, which was very attractive. It was a whole lot more than I was taking out of the company, and I just thought it might be something I should consider so I don't die with my boots on.
Right.
And that's how it happened. And fortunately for us, we got paid very, very fairly for the price of cable at that time, very fairly. And then the stock went off and doubled and split. It was a $37 stock when we made the deal. The stock went up 100 and split. So it was a very, very, I mean, we really got a great ride for this thing.